This is going to be a test webinar with Mike McDermott to set up for a main webinar for the 30th of the month for his members. I'm just using the webcam in my laptop for right now, but I'll plug in the better webcam later. Just waiting for Mike to join us. Hey, Mike. You do? Oh, I didn't know you needed a plug-in. Well, you know what? I think you do as a presenter, a Google plugin or something like Google Plus plugin. The attendees don't need that, but I think as a presenter you do. So I've already started the. I actually was. Hold on one second. Do something here. I was actually going to cancel this because, well, a couple of reasons, but there you are. You're in now, apparently.
Yeah.
I was going to cancel this because I was really disappointed in the setup of it. I've used this a couple times, and I know about Hangouts. Me and a couple of my associates use the Hangout occasionally, but this is it's really not that intuitive. I'm just hoping we can do that. I've also used. I don't know if you've ever heard of AnyMeeting.
No, I'm not familiar. I'm going to hang up on the phone because I got you on the internet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So AnyMeeting is very simple to use. We may want to check that out too. It's very simple to use, a screen sharing meeting, but I think it's very limited on the number of people that can participate. But we may want to try that a little bit later too, but I just wanted to make sure we got on here. So have you ever used Webinar on Air or Hangout, Google Hangout?
I've used Google Hangouts, but not for webinars.
Okay. Now let me do something here. It is. Don't want to mute my microphone. I'm going to turn off my camera. Let me see. Leave call. Don't want to do that. It is. Oh, there we go. Okay. Default speakers. I don't want to default. I want the headset. Okay. It was. And what I usually use. You there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. What I usually use is I have a really nice webcam that will. I'll put the video back on just for the heck of it. But I use a little better webcam when I'm doing these personally, and I'm doing the labs. I'll open up the Office and just have the webcam through the Office, and they'll watch me make phone calls and that kind of stuff. The webcam's a lot better than this one. It's a little bit grainy, but it's not too bad. And then depending on your connection, it usually works really, really well with low connection speeds. So a little bit of delayed and that kind of thing, but it's okay. With AnyMeeting, I have to preload all my presentations and that kind of thing. I wanted to start raw on this morning, so obviously it's easy for you to get in. Now, what I want to check first of all is, let me see, how do I add you? Let me see. wondering how I switch or add you as a presenter. I can invite people. I just haven't used this in a while. Let's go up to settings. I don't need that. Let me see here. There's a great little chat thing on the side that if I turn on, that the people can ask questions, which is good. We can do polls, Q&A, attendees. Let me take a look at the attendees. Okay, that's just you. Offer. And what I like about this though is we can create offers with web links that allow people to go right there and sign up for whatever you're doing or buy whatever you're selling. And it goes right to the PayPal account, which is great. It's real simple to use that way. Again, I'm trying to see. And what this does is right now, the way Google Hangouts works, this actually, if somebody wanted to find us, this is actually being broadcast right now publicly.
Okay.
So, yeah, take the phone out of my ear. Forgot I. Okay, so let me take a look here. Chat, screen share, showcase. We're going to go through a couple of these here. Cameraman. There's all sorts of fun little things. And what it does is it automatically records to your, and you have to have this set up as a broadcaster. It automatically, you need to have a YouTube channel set up, and it automatically records and posts to your YouTube channel.
Oh, wow.
Which is great. So you can replay it, or have people subscribe to it.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So we do training videos, that kind of stuff. It's really kind of cool that way. Control room. Let me see. And then you can always do some really stupid stuff like, watch this. This is really dumb. I can't remember. You can put, you can do stupid stuff. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do stupid stuff like that, and then that follows you around, and you can put donkey ears on whoever it is, that kind of crap. Let me see. I can't remember what that is. Oh yeah, there's some weird stuff there. You just put that in there. There's weird stuff. And then what's great is you can type here, and people, it's also, so there's all sorts of really kind of funny stuff that you can do. Okay, so we'll get rid of that crap. All right, now how do I delete it? I don't know what that was. There we go. Now exiting out of this thing is, yeah. Okay, where was it? Okay. Let me go up to the top here. I just spent the last hour online with my bank. It seems somebody tried to drain my account this morning from a Subway sandwich shop in Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really strange. I didn't. Okay, so we're back that way. Screen share. Maybe I need select a window to show. Huh. Hangout. Let's do the full one. So that made it really weird. Stop. You seeing this? It's multiple.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Infinity.
Okay, so we'll stop that one. That was weird though. That was screen share. So I'm wondering. I'm going to try this again. Let's go back to that screen share. And then let me go to. So what are you seeing now?
I am seeing. It looks like your desktop.
Okay, good. It doesn't go into infinity though, right?
It's there is infinity, but your desktop is superimposed over the top.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll have to figure out how to not do that. I was going to throw in a PowerPoint presentation. Well, you know what? Let me try. Let me throw in a PowerPoint. Presentation. I'll just throw in anything I've got here. So now, are you able to? Oh crap! Where are my controls? Okay, there it is. Are you seeing an infinity thing, or are you seeing a PowerPoint
I'm seeing a PowerPoint set up. Now I'm seeing it as a PowerPoint.
as a full screen?
It's not full screen, but it's pretty close.
Oh, okay, good, good. Okay, so it's not an infinity thing.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, now I know we can do that. Let me get rid of that one. I'll shrink that down anyway. Get out of that.
Now I got infinity again.
Yeah. Do this. I wonder how I stop. Oh, stop screen share. But I don't need to do it as a screen share if I am not. Okay, so that was. What was I doing with that? Showcase. I don't know what that means. And click on Q&A and it brings up a Q&A. Oh, okay, I turn that back on. Cameraman. What is cameraman? Huh. Okay, I don't want cameraman. Webinar on air. Oh, that's the side tool. So what I'm going to have to figure out here is how I can do. What is that here? Draw, Google Effects, Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam. That's the service I quit. What is that all about? It's an app that makes a live webinar possible using Google Plus Hangout. Already done that. YouTube. Click on the YouTube. Huh.
Well, I'm perplexed on my end. I plugged in my little webcam, and it's not recognizing it. Usually it tells me.
Okay, if you, I think once it will. I think once it makes you a presenter, once I find out how to make you a presenter, and I'm not sure how you are logged in.
I think it logged me in as an attend. It says your email says blah blah blah. I think it said it will attendee. I'm logged in as an attendee. That's how the link came across. So that's how I was logged in. But I mean, it's my computer that's not recognizing the webcam. Oh. Can you hear me? My screen is all like black or something. Here, let me see what I've got.
So,
oh, here we go.
Well, I unmuted myself, and when I muted myself, it puts you up at the top. So I'm trying to figure out how to make you a presenter because I added you as a presenter for the conference, but I can't see where to add you as a presenter. Let me look in attendees. Attendee 1, I know that. Okay, so chat. No, I don't need that. Don't need that. Wow. I've moused over your picture. Profile, eject, mute. I'm going to click on your profile or whatever it says. That's interesting.
There we go.
If I click on your profile, present to everyone. Now you should be the presenter now, I think. So if you take your cursor and put it over your face there in the middle of the screen,
Yep.
you will have controls at the top of the screen that come up. It'll have you,
participant, mute microphone, turn camera off, adjust bandwidth.
Right. That's the controls, and only presenters have that. So you should be presenting. Now, are there any controls on the left-hand side of your screen?
I have chat, screen share.
Right. Okay. Good.
Okay.
So if you do right now, if you do your screen share,
yep.
Do screen share and let's see what happens.
How about this one? Hey, did you get Infinity?
No. Oh, yes, I have now. There was a little delay. Okay. I did notice that a couple times when I've done things in the past, there was a little delay. So I now have Infinity. So now as you navigate, there you go, navigate. I see your desktop.
Okay.
And as you navigate to presentations and stuff like that. But there's got to be a better way. See if you can find I'm sure you have PowerPoint presentations on there. See if you can find a PowerPoint. And let me see what you saw when I did that. Okay. I think it just fills that part of the screen, didn't it?
Yeah. Let's try this one.
Awesome. So now I see your application in your first screen there. Take that to a window. Okay, great. Perfect. I see that as a presentation. Now what you get is you got a full screen on your side, don't you?
Right.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I remember, and I don't forget, I was talking to my funding partners last night, and we've got this event coming up in Vegas for the hotel motels.
Right.
And it's a private lender conference introducing them to all of our investors that buy hotels and motels. So I'm going to be presenting some line of credit type funding. And I was talking to my partners that do the line of credit funding. They actually are direct with the banks. This line of credit company these are the original guys. These are the guys that everybody else goes through to do lines of credit. That's because they have the relationships with the banks. And they're the only ones that are A+ rated with the BBB. They've been featured in Forbes, Money Magazine, Inc., all those types of magazines. And they build people's personal lines of credit at 0% interest, usually for about 12 to 24 months, depending on the line of credit. But it's actually done, and people kind of poo-poo on this, but it actually starts and is started by getting lines of credit through credit cards.
Right, sure.
And they usually get anywhere from the minimum I've seen is 40,000. On average, it's about 80 to 100,000.
Okay.
Of lines of credit, and they can use those lines of credit and combine those. Those can be turned to cash for deals, which is great, instantaneously. So they don't have to go out and apply for hard money and private money loans. If they don't use it, You don't pay for anything, which is nice. Whereas if you get the money, hard money and private money, and you don't use it, or if you're not using all of it, you're still paying for all of it.
Right.
Right? And there's no points or costs. There's no costs up front. There's no points. There is a fee. It's built into the funding. But what our funding includes now with this program, it used to be just lines of credit funding, starting off with the credit cards, and then what they would do is after several months and using of the funds and so on, they would roll the entire amount over into business lines of credit that you don't have to be personally liable for. And then you can start the funding process with the cards all over, which allow you to increase your limits
Right.
to as much as $250,000 or
Wow.
more. I've got one guy that's got a $500,000 line of credit that he doesn't use very rarely, or he may use 50 grand to rehab a house or whatever. In fact, my class last night that I taught to my members was on taking properties like we talked about subject to, instead of buying them outright to rehab
Right.
and then flip, they would take them subject to, use their line of credit to make the monthly payments and to do the rehab. And then when they're done, they sell the property, pay everything off at 0 interest, and they didn't have to finance the house. They just sell it. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, so they don't have to come up like I had a real estate agent that told me a nightmare story yesterday morning that he went out and bought a house valued at probably at about 190, 195. He got a deal at 145, but with $35,000 of repairs, it would be supposedly worth 240, right? Well, he ended up losing a couple $1,000s on the whole deal. And the reason he did is because he had to go borrow hard money for the entire purchase price and all the rehab.
Ooh.
And after his costs were probably 210, 220, he sold the house to get out of it for 210, 220.
Yeah.
And it didn't get him anywhere. He spent 6 months working on this place, and after all of his holding costs, he was in the hole.
Right.
It's crazy. Where he could have just used the lines of credit, spent $30,000, $40,000 plus his holding costs, no interest, done the deal, and made 30 or 40 grand. So hold on one second. I got somebody at the door. Hold on.
So I'm trying to figure out how to stop this. Well, there we go. Okay, so we want to go here. Oh, that's me talking. All right.
Okay. One of my son's friends come by. Okay. I don't like the idea. I'm trying to figure out why we're getting infinity when we do screen share. Well, I know because that's just what it's going to look like.
Yeah, and I've noticed if I do full screen, well, I don't know how to get out of it once I'm in it, but oh, and it didn't do it this time.
What's that?
Last time when I did full screen, it inverted these. So live was over here and everything was backwards.
Oh, really?
And then.
Well, at least I've got you as the presenter now. I don't know how the heck I did it.
And we'll do this.
I think Oh, you know what? Now I can. I figured out how I made you the presenter. It's in your little profile box below.
Somehow I shut off screen share and I don't know how I did it.
If you put your cursor over to the left, well, you up at the top, it says hide participant screen share. It doesn't give you that option there, does it? Oh, okay, that's mine. Well, if you just click on that screen share button on the left-hand side, it toggles it on and off. There you go.
Well, yeah, it gives me an option as to, oh wait, maybe I just need to do this.
So you did a screen share, but selected blank screen, didn't you?
I did screen
So
share.
now it's black. It's just all black.
Really?
Yeah. So from here, don't do anything yet. From here, go to your, now it's back to infinity again.
Yeah.
But it's an all black, it's all black screen. That's interesting. How did you get it to just be just one screen of black?
Mine is infinity of my screen.
Yeah, that's what I have right now for you is that infinity screen.
Yeah.
But before it went to that, I had you at
all black.
All black. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna change a. Let me see. Hold on a sec.
It's really annoying.
I'm gonna stop you as a presenter for a second and try to do what you're doing.
Okay.
So it's back to me.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's screen sharing me, isn't it? No, if it was, it'd be infinity.
Yeah.
Boy, that camera's terrible. But why? I've still, you know what? I've still got your. I'm screen sharing, but I've still got your desktop behind me. You notice that?
No. Well, let me see. No. No, it's
I've got your desktop behind me.
Wow. No, it's just you.
That's weird. Let me. No, I've still got it there.
You're full screen to me.
That is interesting. Let me. Now it's all black. You're still the presenter. I think I just came in. Now all I have is a black screen for you.
No. Okay.
Really? I don't know why. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to do something here for a minute. Okay, so I hid you from the broadcast just now. And now I'm totally the presenter, I think, because I don't have your desktop anymore, which is good. But my screen is smaller. I think you're still, wow. I think you're still, I'm going to hit screen share on mine. And I'm going to hit black. Oh, that's you. Hold on one second. I'm just playing with things. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing. Oh, I'm the presenter now. That's interesting. Okay, here's a chat. Okay, I don't need the chat. Oh, that's where it was. Okay, the chat. Me. I don't even see your picture anymore. Are you muted out or can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you, so for some reason you're muted out. I'm muted. Did I mute you out? Or did I hide you from everybody? Yeah, you're muted out. Well, I'll be darned. I'm trying to find out how to get you Muted. I think it's because I put you down as don't show in the broadcast. Yeah, I no longer see your picture either. There you go. There's your picture. Now, have you got yourself muted out, or did I do that to you? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. You must have muted yourself out. Okay. You are presenting to everyone. Are they talking about you? You must be. It's your picture in the middle of the screen.
Oh, because I have you up. I don't have anything here at all.
Oh, really? Yeah, and I've got you up in the screen with me down in the right-hand corner. But what's really weird is it says there's 4 people in the chat. I don't see 4 people. I see 2.
How would I find that? Where would I see that?
It's just I don't think. Well, unless I hold on a second. So did you get any kind of box pop up?
No.
Okay, so I typed you a message in chat.
Oh, I might have closed it. Here, let me see.
Maybe on the side, one of those opens up chat. I think it's the top one. Yeah, that top button opens up chat, apparently.
So I just sent you a chat message saying I didn't get it.
Right. Okay, so I see it. Okay. Well, what we've got to figure out, maybe we want to try the AnyMeeting thing too. Is the easiest way to bring up these presentations, because we don't want to have to keep going back and forth like this.
Yeah.
Or as far as and I don't want to have to do, let me see, I don't want to have to do this to screen share. Let's go full screen and see what happens here. Now, what are you seeing now?
Let's see. I am seeing.
Because I did screen share, but all I see is the picture of you.
Yeah, I'm seeing me.
Okay. Well, let me do screen share again. Okay, I turn that off.
And now I'm seeing you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, it has you. It's got me as muted. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I muted myself out for a second.
Okay.
I think for
And it
some
says
reason,
I've got a box that says Scott Moyes is presenting to everyone.
yeah, I just changed that, but all I see is you on my screen. I don't see. I'm going to try something here. Okay, so what I did is I hid. Okay, I figured some things out. So you should have me on the screen now, right? I muted you out by doing that. Gosh darn it. How do I unmute you without bringing you up on the screen? Hold on a second. See if you can unmute yourself. I'm wondering how. See, if I show you in the broadcast, that should unmute you.
Yes.
Yes, it did. Okay. but it's me doing the broadcast now, which is great. Okay, so what happens is when I switch you over or switch us back and forth, uh, it's a button that says hide or show you in the broadcast. But when I hide you in the broadcast, it mutes you. Then I have to go back in but it brings me up as the broadcaster. But then I have to go back in and unmute you if I want you in on the conversation. So, but I don't see where it actually distinguishes you as a presenter or just somebody that I tapped on in the group. Interesting. I'm gonna do something. Okay, are you okay? Well, I put hide participants, but I can still hear you, which is great.
Right.
So Scott Moyes is presenting. Okay. If I hit show participants, where does that come? That's because we don't have any participants. It's just me and you. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Control room.
Webcam.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I hit control room. And I have listen to this. I can hit share controls on you now, and you and I both can control this thing without making you the presenter. Interesting. And I can. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I'm controlling your mic and your camera. That's
You see
interesting.
anything on my camera?
No, I just see your picture.
Oh, okay.
You might want to check. Oh, I better plug. I forgot to plug in my laptop. On your screen, you know the controls at the top there?
Yeah.
If you click on the settings button, it should give you, it'll allow you to look at the video and the audio controls.
Yeah.
Now, are you using a headset or are you using a mic in your computer?
I'm using a mic in my computer.
Okay, yours is really good then. Mine really sucks. I have to use this headset or you can't hear me.
Huh.
It doesn't matter what I do to it. The sound that I get is good, but
and then I think I need to download a driver for my webcam.
Could be. Okay.
Let's try this.
Default microphone, really? I'm going to change microphones for a second. But I think the default microphone is this thing. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't wasn't able to get a hold of a couple buddies of mine to join us. They always help me out on this stuff. Let me see here, just playing around. Hold on a second, I need to check something. I need to look at my calendar and see if I had other appointments scheduled. Nope, I don't. I did that on purpose. That one goes to 5 o'clock. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
Okay. My Hangout here, Google Hangout. Okay. Screen share. I want to do something else. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. I am going to go open up my PowerPoint and then I'm going to go. Can I go back to that? Wow, that's interesting. Well, that's really sucks because if I bring up the PowerPoint
Yeah.
and I'm the presenter, it doesn't allow me to see. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to do them side by side, see what happens. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go to screen share. Oh, wow. It cut out. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Tell me what you see here.
All right.
I split screen with
Yeah.
my PowerPoint on the right-hand side because, see, when you go into the full PowerPoint presentation, which I just did,
Yeah.
does it take up the whole screen or is it still split? Because I can't see it.
No, it's full screen.
Really?
Yeah.
What really sucks about that is that, and I went back, is that I can't see or use the controls
On your PowerPoint?
when you're in full PowerPoint mode.
Yeah.
Right. You see, all I see is the PowerPoint screen.
Right.
I don't see the webinar. And so as I'm talking, if I wanted to see if someone was asking a question, I can't see that.
Well, wait, do this. Go back to your full screen mode.
To what, the full PowerPoint?
Yeah, full PowerPoint. And I'll ask a question. Let's see.
Okay. See, I can't see the webinar tools.
Oh, it says this feature is disabled.
Interesting. Okay, let me go back and do something here. Is that because chat is disabled?
I don't think chat's disabled.
Well, I just did chat. Oh, you know what? I haven't turned on Q&A.
Yeah.
Let me do Q&A. This feature is disabled. Why? Maybe it's because I'm not paying for it. I don't know. Kind of seems strange. You know, maybe it's because there's no attendees. It's just you and me.
Oh, and I'm classed as a presenter right now.
Yeah. Huh. I'm going to try something. Well, I'm going to go back to my email and just click on the webinar attendee link and see if it brings me in also as an attendee.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're already in a video call, it says. End other call. I don't want to end other call. So
This.
it already knew that I was in there. So I'm going to just get rid of that.
Just a minute. Let me see if I can log in as another caller, as an attendee.
You'd have to do it with a different email address.
Let's see. Sign in with my Google account.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to have a Google account to get on a webinar.
Let me see.
You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. I can do this. I'll show you why. Okay, so let me go to, this is mine. I'm going to get out of the screen share. And what I'm going to do is do an, what is it? Invite control room. Where's the invite? I can invite. Okay, give me do you have another email address that's not Google?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm logging in under that, and it looks like I'm logging in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Let's see.
Because I was just going to invite you to it, and it would just send you a link. You click on the link. I want to see if that worked.
Oh, look at this.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to close that. Okay, let me close the Q&A real quick. Okay, yeah, I just saw that. Okay, I see you're here twice. I see your picture twice. And what's interesting is now, let me see. I can't see what email address is which, but oh, wait a minute. I can do profile. Let me see profile.
Oh. Wow, and my webcam is working.
Now you're gonna have double. Interesting. So were you getting an echo?
Yeah, I am.
That's because you're logged in twice. I've had that happen before.
Let me.
Where I've accidentally. Oh, there you go. There's your video.
And I'm muted on one of these, so we should be fine.
Well, now your video's working fine. I can see you.
Well, that's the second one I logged in on. The first one I'm still not.
Oh, really? Wow. Well, that's cool.
All right.
Okay. Well, yeah, the Q&A is not going to work that way, so go ahead and log out on that one.
Okay. Let's see, which one is that? This one.
One of the things we can do also, Mike, is we can also, which I can also do, we can also give them a login phone number.
Right.
And so they can, I can unmute them that way, and they can ask questions.
Okay.
Let me see. Now I'm supposed to be able to see the attendee list and unmute an individual attendee if I wanted to ask them a question or bring them in as a presenter. I can bring up to 9 presenters if I had wanted that many people. And so sometimes, and what a lot of companies use this for is just a web meeting, right?
Sure.
So they'll have 6, 7 people in these video chats. So, okay, what in the world is Showcase? Showcase, this feature isn't disabled.
No, no.
Let me turn Showcase off. Turn chat back on. I can't remember where the features are. Google Effects, Webinar Jam, YouTube, Webinar on Air. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to do, okay, so there's chats enabled. I can do a poll. Check this out.
Let me do this. I'm going to jump off the other one.
So I just did a poll. You there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you now. So I just did a poll. Did it come up on your screen at all? And it may not because you're not an attendee, you're a presenter.
Well, I think I'm probably an attendee again because I just jumped.
Well, I just
Because
created a poll and I asked the yes or no question, does this work for us? And it should have popped up and you should have been able to answer the poll question.
Chat, enable chat. Let's see what this is.
It should have popped up in the middle of the screen.
It didn't, but I was in the middle of screwing around, so do it again.
Let me see. I'll stop the poll. I'll start the poll. You should be seeing this. Let me see something here. Hold on a second. I'm going to hide you from the broadcast and see what happens. It'll mute you out for a second.
Okay.
Now, can you hear me at all? You must be muted out. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. But I'm going to stop the poll. I wonder where the poll goes to. Shoot. Well, I'm going to show you in the broadcast again. Darn it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, the poll's not. The poll's not coming up. You must have me muted out on your phone call. See if you can unmute yourself. I'm trying to get you unmuted, but for some reason I can't. So you might have to do that on your end. Can you hear me now? You are the presenter right now for some reason. Let me. Huh. Mike is no longer presenting. So can you hear me? You're still muted for some reason. I don't know if I'm on my end or your end. And I can't find where to unmute you. Interesting. Okay, I've just enabled the Q&A. So I got that working now anyway. Attendees, I see you. Let me see. You should. Wow. I don't see you anymore. Okay, now I see you. But I can't hear you. I don't know what we did with our mics or what I did with your mic. Mute now. Okay, I should be unmuted again. But I can't hear you. I'm definitely the presenter. I've lost your audio. Huh. I'll be darned. Well, it says I'm not muted. I don't know if you can open up the chat. Okay. I don't know why I can't hear you. I don't even see you anymore. I'm trying to find your... I don't even see you in the broadcast anymore. The only thing it shows is that... okay, I can read your chat. That's really weird. Let me see. Show participants. Okay. That's weird. I clicked on show participants and it shows nothing. I'm going to hide the chat for a minute. Maybe you're there. Yeah, you know what? When I hid the chat, it brought back up your picture. It still shows you as muted though. Let me, I'm going to hit present to everyone on your name. But it still shows you're muted. That is... yeah, I've got you showing as a co-presenter, but no audio. Let me try one more thing. I can see you in the little box at the bottom, but oh, there you are.
People hear me now.
Yeah, yeah. That is weird. I wonder why it does that. So I have to show you. Okay. But again, what I don't like is, okay, so I'm not sharing my screen yet, but what I don't like is that in order to show a PowerPoint, I got to quit slouching. I slide back in my chair and I just kind of slouch. Pretty soon, all you're going to see is the top of my head. I'll fall asleep. What I don't like, though, is when I bring on the full PowerPoint, I can't use the controls. I can't see them. That is... and I'm wondering, maybe I don't know if there's a full screen setting or it doesn't look like it. Huh. What I might do is, what's your time like here today?
I'm fine.
Okay, let's do this.
Did you see a question now?
Question. Well, I'll have to go turn on the Q&A again. This feature is disabled. I got to go back and turn it on again. So where did I do that? Oh, I did it here. That's the chat. Q&A. I did enable the Q&A. Hold on one second.
I have no idea how I brought this up.
I'm sending.
Wow, now it... oh.
Now I have the Q&A enabled. You should be able to. Is the Q&A up on the right-hand side of your screen? You would know right away.
Chat. No.
Okay, so you know what? You're a presenter. So go to the webinar on air tool on the left-hand side. It's that colorful little square. And click on that.
There we go.
Yeah, and you will see you should see a big dialog box come up to the right that turns on and off chat, Q&A, all that kind of stuff.
So I just sent a question.
Um,
Enter a broadcast message. I wonder if you're not seeing it because you're not an attendee.
well, no, I'm the one that's supposed to be able to see it because you're asking a question, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna try something here. All I see is group chat. Let me shut that down. Well, I'll be darned. I don't see. See, I typed in a question too, and it's not showing questions.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. And you don't see the question that I asked you, right?
No. Nope. And I enabled the Q&A too. And it obviously came up for you.
No.
Well, I'll be darned. Okay, so here's what I'm going to try. Let's try. Let's get out of this, and I'm going to send you another invite from any meeting.
Okay.
Okay. They
All
use that all the time. It's actually really simple. It's not as it doesn't have all these weird features and things like this one does. But give me a few minutes, hang out for a few, and then I'll. What's great about any meeting is I don't have to set it up as a time. I can just open up in any meeting and then invite you.
Okay.
Let me do that. Just kind of keep an eye on it. I'll be hanging out here and working on this, and so it could be 5 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. Who knows?
All right. Super.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get out of this one, and we'll. I don't even know how to. Oh, okay. Stop. Hold on a second before you get. I'm going to stop the broadcast, but I
Okay.
think it's going to